But now you talk about Mumbo's line.
Mumbo's line just it went on for miles. Like it was just he basically gets swarmed. We couldn't walk anywhere. If Mumbo was with us, we couldn't move from point A to point B.
Yep.
Because we would like get a line immediately. And Mumbo is such a nice guy. There's no way he's just going to be like, sorry, I can't, and like he would stop. He would stop. And the second he signed one, next thing you know, there's a mob. And so, eventually like security would have to step in and be like, okay, look, we got to move this off of the floor basically of the convention. And like, if you're going to do autographs, like we need to set you up with a proper like signing booth with a proper queue and everything like that,
Yep.
So he would just get absolutely mauled. I felt like he literally needed to be walking around with 4 security guards or something.
Dude, it didn't help that he was also like 14 feet tall.
I know, you can spot Mumbo from a mile away.
Yes,
his head's
dude.
above. I mean, we're at a convention center for Minecraft. I mean, the average height was probably 3'6".
That's
So
oh boy, are you including the kids who went to Minecraft? So Mumbo's the dude where with just a little bit of yellow and black paint, he could go as a giraffe. He doesn't need any other stuff. He's just like, he's so tall. And I remember when that line was forming, it just, like you said, kept getting longer and longer. And at one point after, I think he was there for 2 hours and the line it never got smaller. And so we had to stand at the back of the line and sort of be like, we're gonna stop. And when we stood at the back of the line, we're like, it's gonna be another 40 minutes. You know what I mean? But it was fine. But we have to let nobody else get in line. Shooing away little kids to get that felt good. Yeah. But it had to happen. And like you said, Mumbo's too nice.
There's no way he's gonna walk away from anyway.
He would have stayed there until he was in the hospital.
He'd still be there today.
Yes,
if we let him. Yeah,
he was crazy. And here's the thing that really blew my mind is people would want to get like pictures with me or get my autograph or whatever it was. And I'm going to give them the autograph on whether they had one of the Minecraft swords or whatever they wanted to sign their shirt.
The swords were so hard to sign. Do you remember that?
Were they?
The felt of like
kind of stuck to the pen.
the Sharpie felt against like whatever that's made out of.
Yeah.
It was like just drag on there. You literally had to force your signature.
You had to take off your pressure and like drag it across like quick.
That and t-shirts. Like when they want you to sign t-shirts, especially if they're wearing them.
Yeah.
Which gets weird. Yeah, like you have to like stretch it out enough to.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to do all that, but it's fine. But I would just sign my name and take pictures with them. And if they wanted a handshake or a hug, I'm fine with that. And then
that's where you get the con flu.
That's where you get the con flu.
All the handshakes and hugs.
Yeah.
And
kissed
all
a lot of people. I'm just kidding. But Mumbo, so most of his crowd, so a lot of my crowd, I mean, there were some kids, but there were some people my age, some people older or whatever. I attracted a different demographic. And Mumbo was like probably 95% of his fan base was really little kids. And like we said, super tall guy. He'd get down on a knee for every single one of them. I watched this in awe. And let's keep in mind something. He was 20 years old at the time, 20. I literally didn't have even the inkling to show this kind of maturity until I was probably in my 30s. Mm-hmm. He'd get down on one knee and he would learn each of their names. And that was the other thing. I never wrote their names. I was too afraid I'd spell their name wrong. You know what I mean? If they gave me some like complicated name, I'd be like, what? He would learn their names. And if there was any question on the spelling, he would ask the spelling and he would make sure to write out a personal note to every single kid. And I'm like, okay, first of all, that's why this line has taken so long. And second of all, that is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Yeah. He was so sincere, so genuine, so kind, so wonderful to every single person. And I'm like, how does he have, not the patience, that's not the right word, but it's like, you'd think at some time he'd be like, okay, I'm going to turn a dial to make this a little easier on myself. Not him. He just locked it in. Yeah. Every single person is going to get the same amount of time and each person's going to get a pretty extended amount of time. It was impressive, man. He impressed me.
Yeah.